Tonight, WDSU Investigates uncovers new details linked to 3 former St. Charles Sheriff's employees arrested. The charges: payroll fraud, theft, and obstruction of justice.
And WDSU investigative reporter Aubrey Killian started digging into this months ago. Aubrey, you have been denied multiple public records for months now.
Hey, Stella, that's right. So we're continuing to push for those records linked to these arrests. But tonight, there's also big questions why this arrest took so long.
But why did it take 14 months for them to be arrested?
Rafael Goyeneche, head of the Metropolitan Crime Commission, says this letter and these images were provided to the St. Charles Parish Sheriff's Office back in May of 2023. Last week, ex-Chief Deputy Rodney Mader, Captain Derek Pertius, Sergeant Zane Stillinger were all arrested.
Contained in this letter are allegations that the deputies were billing the sheriff's office while they were doing work or traveling to and from the camp in Mississippi. They were using sheriff's office cars and trucks to transport gasoline and other products back and forth, and themselves. They were using it for recreational purposes.
And Goyeneche says there's more.
The sheriff was put on notice that members of his department were using the printing press in the sheriff's office to print allegedly counterfeit parking passes to LSU football games.
In a news release, the sheriff's office says Mader and Stillinger resigned from the sheriff's office in February of 2024. Pertius was terminated from the sheriff's office in March.
When did the sheriff's office open their file and begin this investigation?
That's something I asked the sheriff's office Monday. The sheriff's office responds: this case is in court, and we will not jeopardize court proceedings by commenting any further on this case or the investigation. And the 3 deputies also still not commenting. Anything you want to say about any of the crimes you're accused of, sir? Would you like to give a message to taxpayers? Anything you want to say to the public?
For him not to say anything is he's using his law enforcement training to not make his case even more powerful against him, dig a deeper hole for himself.
And there's also a lot of questions about if more employees are involved or if additional charges could be coming. The sheriff's office, again, not commenting. Back to you.
Boy, these folks ain't never got nothing to say when they did that wrong, man. I got a lot to say about this video, guys. Let me tell you what my first thoughts were. Notice how cops always approach people in non-consensual encounters. They got a call, or they just feel like being, over-aggressive authority, assuming overextended authority, assuming terrorists. They always say when the people refuse to talk to them and answer their questions, why are you being like this? Why won't you cooperate? But then when the cops are in the wrong, guess what they do? They don't say a damn thing because they know that is the best path forward. Anything I say can and will be used against me. So it's not that they don't understand the rights of Americans or they don't understand the laws that they took an oath to uphold. It's that they only care about them at their discretion, at their benefit selectively. And that's, once again, it's just a point for me to say why we don't trust these cops. I'm going to be honest with you. The biggest thing about this video to me is that Metropolitan Review Board, guys. There's always a way for you to get involved. I know this industry, like anything else, is clicks and views, and that generates revenue. But these are real life issues, and I don't have to keep rehashing the dead American bodies that prove that. But this board, guys, I had to do some research when I found out about it. I said, who the hell are these people? They've been around since 1950. According to their website, which I will put the link in the description, the city governors, the government up there went to the citizens, the local business owners and whatnot in 1950 and said, hey, we want you guys to establish something like a civilian review board, to govern the governor. And they did. So once these citizens at the government's request established this board and began investigating the local Louisiana government, they found a bunch of corruption. And they took it to these government leaders who told them they wanted this board. And you know what the government leaders did? They disbanded the board. Let me rehash that in simple terms for your ass. Hey, I need you to do something for me real quick. I did something for you. And what I did for you found out that your ass is corrupt. Now, you don't want me to do nothing for you no more. But what these citizens continue to do and continue to do to this very day, and I think it's a very amazing story, they continue to police Louisiana's government. And the government is the one who wanted this until these people actually took their damn job seriously. Let me tell you what that segues into. The reason these cops can keep hiding, keep resigning, keep getting fired and popping up at other departments is because this is who the government wants employed. I'm trying to tell y'all something. I don't think I'm on no conspiracy theory rant right here. The American government is not pro-American citizens. It's not. It's no way in hell. It's just too much evidence, man. It's too many instances of evidence for us to think that this government has any of us in mind. That's why I personally get a little perturbed when y'all be talking about liberal this, what's the other one, conservative this, right that. I invite this. I haven't done it on this channel before, and I don't want to do it. So even if someone responds, it will be something I want to take behind the scenes because I don't want this to become a political channel. But I always say on my Twitter, man, I invite anybody from either side of the political spectrum. You could be a radical or a casual voter / observer. Please come to me and educate me on what either side of politics has to offer Americans. I said Americans. Not your personal biases and those things that benefit you selectively. I said, please come to me. I would love to have a discussion with someone from both sides, either or side, who can explain to me articulately and intelligently. I would listen. I have feedback, but I would listen. Please tell me what American government either side has to offer Americans. Once again, I didn't say your demographic or your biases. I said Americans. Because all I see is I'm championing certain people's biases, and those people are happy with them on both sides. That's what I see. I don't see any politicians or any politics that are pro-American, and that's why I don't think our government is pro-American, and that's why they send their little roach-ass minions out here to terrorize us on a daily basis, and that's why we need things and people like this Citizens Review Board, this Metropolitan Review Board, to stand up and say, I don't need government permission to do this. This is my right as American. And I think it was just great that those leaders, and no telling who else has gotten with them over the years, 1950, so what we talking about, like 70 years or something they've been around, to help them. And I know we got institutions like this all throughout America. I just want to champion them, man, and I just want to sing their praises because they deserve to be championed, and they deserve to be recognized for the work that they're doing, keeping Americans safe from these tyrants and terrorists. And that is something that you can get involved in. That's another reason I'm bringing this up. Everybody doesn't make videos. Everybody doesn't go out with the camera and record police and police the government. But there are things that you, as an American, if you are concerned about these type of things, can do to get involved, man. I don't know where you would start. Maybe just Google something, put in some keywords, make some calls. You cannot trust the government. Remember, according to these people's websites, and I don't think they have any reason to lie, because 70 years later, they're pretty much still asking the same questions. Hey, this is what we found in our investigation. We're showing it to you. We're not just saying it. We're showing it to your ass. We have the proof. There's nowhere around this. It's evidence in the fact that you had to arrest these clowns later, but we do want to know why they were allowed to roam free on our American streets. What other criminals are allowed to do that? Nobody but these damn cops and government agents. Now you tell me, because I'm exaggerating a little bit when I say you can't convince me, but if you can, I want to hear your convincing argument. I don't want to hear no rhetoric. I don't want to hear no foolishness. I don't want to hear no ignorance. I want to hear your convincing evidence argument that these terrorists are not anti-American from the bottom up. No matter how much they sound, no matter how good they sound, no matter how well Camilla sounds, I'm sorry, I don't know how to say her name, no matter how well Trump sounds, no matter how well Biden, Obama, who on the other side. I don't know all these people because I don't keep up with them and I don't trust any of them. I relate to people on the ground level. But if you think those people are in some way for us and benefit us, I would love to have a conversation with you, because it's very possible I'm wrong, but it's very possible you're wrong. And I got some evidence that points in that direction. Americans, I guess my message to you is just get involved in some way, be safe, and don't turn a blind eye to this bullshit. Because these very cops, I guarantee you, the one that resigned, he's somewhere else right now, or he will be shortly, Lord willing. He's in February, a couple months away from that. The one that got fired, same thing. I don't even remember what they said about the other one. And I guarantee you the whole time they were on administrative leave, they were getting paid with your damn money. You okay with that? You got any bills that you need paid that you could have kept your own damn money for? Somebody in your family needs something that you could have gave them that money for? That these sitting at home getting paid for? Yeah. The other thing I want to say before I get out of here, guys, is let's not be biased, man. You know, this is a suggestion. Y'all grown. I can't tell nobody what to do. We got to describe things as they are. You see what I'm saying? And the reason I'm saying that is because this is another local media outlet that I gotta give their kudos, man. I gotta sing their praises. I always say I love these journalists because they're the ones that are bringing us the local corruption. There's no way for us to be in every place in America at the same time, so we depend on other Americans to let us know what's going on in our country so we can stay safe. Like, we might visit or we might have loved ones there where we need to notify. And a lot of times it's the local journalists bringing us this information, as well as it's the local journalists advocating the ignorance that government put in the air too. But for me, I just like to call it down the middle like it is. So shout out to this local station up there in Louisiana. Y'all helped break this story. Y'all brought us this story. And as Americans, we appreciate you. I'm Trailhand Bill. I'm reporting live from South Florida, guys. It's early as hell, but I'm tired, so I'm about to take me a shower and go to bed. Y'all be safe.
When did the sheriff's office open their file and begin this investigation?
That's something I asked the sheriff's office Monday. The sheriff's office responds, "This case is in court, and we will not jeopardize court proceedings by commenting any further on this case or the investigation." And the 3 deputies also still not commenting. Anything you want to say about any of the crimes you're accused of, sir? Would you like to give a message to taxpayers? Anything you want to say to the public?
Boom. All of a sudden, the kings and queens have just complied. Why aren't you cooperating? Why are you acting like that? You don't want to cooperate or comply. Amazing. Our par for the course and exactly what we would have expected, depending on how honest you are with yourself. Trailhand Bill, reporting live from South Florida. Thank you if you made it this far. If you liked the video, feel free to hit that thumbs up button. I greatly appreciate it. If you care to go a little further than that, maybe even subscribe, hit the notification bell. Check out a few of the other videos on the channel. Either way, y'all be safe.